Alright folks, once again it's your boy Nightmare, Twisted Nightmare Gaming, and I know I'm like a month late, but like I told you guys in the unboxing for Order of the Spellcaster, some things kind of took precedent. Kind of got busy with a few other things as well, so though it's a little bit late, I am going to bring to you my updated Gravekeeper's deck profile from when I went to regionals in Kissimmee back on April 6th. I believe it was April 6th. Better have been April 6th. Yeah, no, it was April 6th because that was also the night of the Ring of Honor show. I think. Yeah, because that was a Hall of Fame induction ceremony for WrestleMania, because all of that was WrestleMania weekend. God, that was a busy weekend. A little bit of a backstory. Alright, so yeah, I didn't do as well as I wanted to. Not the deck's fault, not necessarily my fault. I was expecting to run into a lot of meta. My deck is tailor-made to go against the meta, but I hit Guru Control. I actually got, dude, I hit a lot of BS. I actually ended up going X4. And from before I even started in the tournament, I was not feeling well. Neither was Lunarstar 10-3. So by the time, and a lot of that was due to kind of rushing because neither one of us had eaten. And I made the dumbass mistake of drinking an energy drink prior to the tournament to try to keep myself awake, because I was running this tournament off of about an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep. But again, you know, I'm not going to sit here and make any other excuses besides I should have prepped better. But who really preps for Guru Control, Danger, Orcus, Dark Warrior, Guard Dragon? Which that went to a game 3. I can actually remember most of my losses. I got 0-2'd by Pendulum Magicians. And this was literally, and this wasn't Endymion. This was legit, straight up Pendulum Magicians, which I knew my deck was going to struggle against. He did the one thing that he needed to do to win, which was brought out Borreload, ran it into the Gravekeeper fusion, and before took the damage calculation, took the fusion, and then swung at me with the fusion for game. What else did I run into? My only win was against Meta, which was what I expected. Had I gotten nothing but like salad boys, I probably would have done a lot better. That was kind of what I was expecting, because Necro Valley legitimately tells salad, so you trying to get what out your grave? You trying to move what out your grave? You trying to special what now? Nah, bro, we ain't doing that. That's not happening today. And that's exactly what I did to the guy. Jesus, I got red rebooted in 3 of my 4 losses, and I got double red rebooted in the Orcus Danger Dark Warrior Guard Dragon matchup. Like, he sided in game 2, double red rebooted. He red rebooted the Solemn Strike and Imperial Tombs of Necro Valley, and I'm just like, are you shitting me? And then in game 3, he red rebooted Imperial Tombs, which was what gave him the game, because literally that was my out to him doing anything else that turn. One of my matchups, which I believe was a Salamangreat matchup, game 1, I won. Game 2, he sided it. Both of us sided in the exact same card, which happened to be evenly matched. And we literally took turns evenly matching each other. He won game 2 because I made the dumbass mistake of, instead of keeping Necro Valley on the field, I kept Commandant on the field to have a monster presence. That cost me the match. That cost me game 2. Game 3, I won. None of my games went in a time. None of them. I got 2-1 by the guard, by the mashup by the guard dragon guy. I got 0-2'd by Guru Control. I got 0-2'd by the. I got 2-0'd by the Pendulum Magician guy, and then I can't remember the other loss that I had. But the Silent Man Great deck, the Silent Man Great match, which was round 4, I 2-1'd him, and it was actually kind of fun just watching him not being able to do anything with his deck, and then super polying him. That was probably the funniest shit I've ever done to a Silent Man Great player with this deck. It was literally, he got his entire field out, and I flipped up super poly. He goes, "What? Yeah, discard this. Yep, give me your monster. It's mine now. Have a nice day." But, you know, I've kind of rambled on too long about the tournament. Let's get on to the profile. So, 1 chief. My standard, the standard Gravekeeper lineup. Triple Commandant. 1 Headman. Triple Heretic. 1 Oracle. Triple Recruiter. 1 Shaman. 1 Spiritualist to 1 Spy. That is actually all the monsters. I tried to keep this as small as possible, which might have been one of my mistakes. Double Steely. 1 Hidden Temples. Triple MST. Little side story, it was either going to be triple MST or triple Twin Twisters, and Twisted actually was like MSTs. Triple Necro Valley, which is kind of obvious. Triple Necro Valley Throne, which did its thing the entire tournament. I think I alternated the effects each time between the double normal summon or searching. Triple Pot of Duality, Regeki, Royal Tribute, Super Poly, and the Upstart. Alright, onto the traps. Double Imperial Tombs. One Necro Valley Temple. Triple Rider Spirit. Slight Solemn package. That was the main deck. Having a Judgment Red rebooted, a Strike Red rebooted, these red rebooted like 3 times total, really just killed me in some of those those matchups. Onto the extra deck. Triple Supernaturalist. Double Chimera. We already know why that's in there. Some of this is just space filler because I don't even go into most of these. 1 Starving Venom, which I can actually go into because most of my deck is dark. Then Borreload, Unicorn and Griffin, Triple Wheat Witch's Apprentice, and Decode Talker was in there too. And then the mini Utopia package. Like I said, I don't go into most of this stuff. It was just so I had targets. stuff to go into. I think I went into my extra deck 4 out of each round total. I went into it every game against a Salamangreat player. I went into it in game and against the Pendulum Magician player, and then that was it. Every other game I didn't go into it. Side deck, Pankratops, Super Divine V's Ball over there. MVP of the game of the tournament. Third Tombs. Personal tech because of my my homeboy Puma. Double Lost Win. Shout outs to Puma for that idea. Double Transmigration, and then the one that I used to piss off the Danger Orcus player 4 separate times between the 2 games. Triple Trickstar Reincarnation. Why am I running Trickstars and Gravekeepers? Well, for those games that I could not get my Necro Valley on field, well, actually, it doesn't. Necro Valley doesn't actually stop reincarnation because that's banishing from the hand, not the graveyard. So, actually, one of those games, I actually did do it from on the beginning of my opponent's turn. And he was like, "Do you have draw?" And I looked at him and said with a straight face, "Dude, I'm running Gravekeepers. What hand traps have you seen me play yet?" You've seen me drop Necro Valley all 3 games. What hand traps do you see me playing? He was like, point taken. But that was the profile, folks. Let me know what you think. I kind of wish I would have got more meta in the tournament. I definitely would have done better. Yeah, I dropped after round 5. I apologize to my round 5 opponent, and I kind of told Luna Star 10-3 while we were there that win or lose, I was going to drop after round 5, no matter what my record was, whether it was X3 or X4, simply because I was hungry, she was hungry, and neither one of us wanted to walk over to Burger King. So it was literally right after I dropped, we left, we went and got food, we went about the rest of the day, and I did other things. I came home, passed out, woke up right for Super Card of Honor. Literally woke up right at the start of Super Card of Honor. It's hilarious. G1 Super Card, my fault. I'm still remembering it from when it was here in Orlando. So, my fault. G1 Super Card. But I got to watch my boy Matt Taven win the title. Probably my favorite moment of the entire show. Second favorite moment was probably God winning the Ring of Honor tag titles along with retaining the IWGP Heavyweight tag titles. But we knew I was going to be watching for Matt Taven, and that was the main match that I wanted to watch in the first place. So I was happy for that. Folks, same as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the deck. I'm more than likely going to change it again, because I do change it quite regularly, even though I don't play it as much as I used to. I'm going to be completely honest. The extra deck, to be perfectly honest, I didn't fully remember what I put in the extra deck because like I said, I really primarily only used Wheel Witch's Apprentice and Supernaturalist. Those are the main 2 cards summoned out of my extra deck. In the Salamangreat match, oh, my fault. It wasn't too what you call it, the Chimera. It was 1 Chimera and 1 Dragos Depelia and 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. That was the other. That was what it was. Sorry about that. couldn't fully remember. I kind of just thought about it just now. Dragon Stability, again, space filler. Like I said, it's gonna end up changing again. I changed a lot of my decks quite often, but again, stay tuned. This is Nightmare, Twisted Nightmare Gaming.